Hey guys, welcome to Girls on a Coaster.
This weekend we are in Tennessee and Dollywood. Last night we went mini golfing and we're going mini golfing again.
And I'm a god at mini golf.
No, you're not. I did better than you.
No, you did.
Yes, I did.
So, lightning rod will probably not be open today.
Because it's really windy.
We'll see though.
Yeah.
Maybe it's having a good day today.
We have our fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed for lightning rod. Now, Mystery Mine.
If it's not open, we're
Yeah.
leaving.
Yeah, I'm leaving if Mystery Mine isn't open.
And we're getting $200 apple pie.
Yeah, we're getting $200 apple pie.
We can't wait.
I'm gonna eat it for the rest of my life.
Yeah, we need 25 pounds of apple pie on our hands.
We do. I need to gain some weight.
I do too.
Not
really.
Not really either, but let's gain some weight with apple pie.
Yeah. We're going to insert some clips from mini golfing now, and then we'll head on into Dollywood.
Lightning rod first. Yes, it was actually running today.
Surprisingly, so we didn't have to leave.
It was only a 15-minute wait at
Yeah.
most, which is really good.
That's crazy fast. And it didn't even feel that long because the queue is so decorated.
I know, you get to look at a bunch of stuff, which is very nice.
And it's like, it has a great theme. And so they really took the role of putting it all together so that it comes together so when you're standing in the queue, you're not bored.
Exactly, and it's a very nice RMC. It's very smooth.
And what was your favorite part?
Okay, my favorite part was probably, I really like the part where it turned so forward, so to the side, that it felt like you were upside down. I had to think for a second, am I upside down? Because I don't remember it going upside down.
I really liked, they had bunny hills over and over and over again, and I loved the bunny hills because you just went on one after another, so as soon as you get down, you go right back up, and it really like threw you out of your seat, but not really, because the lap bar goes across right below the knees and then down, so that you're held in both at your legs and your thighs, and it's a very comfortable seat.
It is. The restraints are comfortable too, I think, personally. I have skinny legs.
Yes, we have skinny legs and we didn't fall out.
We didn't fall out. I fell out of lightning rod, not clickbait. Then after that, we did Blazing Fury.
Yes, Blazing Fury.
We were Blazing Fury. Honestly, Blazing Fury is cool if you like interior.
Yes,
coasters.
it was kind of like the Dollywood version of, what is the Disney?
Space Mountain.
A mix of Space Mountain and
Rock and Roller Coaster, because that's way too different.
I'm saying, so it's the revolving theater.
I don't know.
We'll insert it here if we can find the name of it, because I can't think of the name. But it's a rotating theater and they have animatronics, but this was a roller coaster mixed with animatronics.
It was really good, and it's been well maintained, I will say. Also, drops at the end.
The drops are amazing.
If you're small and skinny,
you need to hold on.
You need to hold on for your life, because the lap bar, you share it with somebody else, and it doesn't go down very far.
Like, we have the same size legs, just about. The only difference is we had to hold on to brace ourselves, because we had about that much room probably in between us and the seat with like this. It was a lap bar and it was just a metal rod.
There was
like
a
there
good
wasn't
gap.
Yeah, there wasn't anything like a belt that would hold us in.
It was fine for the most part because it's mostly flat, but when you get to the drops, just hold on.
And there was one part where it's like you're going through a tunneled bridge, not to give any spoilers of the ride, but they moved it to where it looked like it was falling, because at first it looked like it was straight on, then it slowly got down, which was really cool and theming.
I personally didn't see that, but if you ride it, look out for that.
I'm farsighted and she's nearsighted, so I'm great with this kind of stuff because you can't wear your glasses, and so I'm great when it comes to seeing that stuff, but she can't see it.
I can't see it.
So if you can see well or you're farsighted, that'll be something to look forward to.
It's still fun if you're nearsighted. You just have no idea
Yeah,
what's
you
happening.
just don't get to see the details as much.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of stuff.
Yeah.
Not much.
Animatronic.
I saw a Christmas tree. I don't think that's there all year though.
Yeah. But they make it to where it's really warm to feel like you're in a fire, which is great.
It's excellent theming. Like,
Yes. But so next ride we rode Tennessee Tornado. Tennessee Tornado was very interesting.
It's Vortex's discount cousin.
Vortex was at our home park, Kings Island. And so we're a little salty, not a little, a lot salty, that it got taken away because it was one of our favorite rides, and the queue for it was amazing. Like, it was like a house.
Original bat.
Yeah, it was very original compared to what most stations are now. And they did a great job of the whole layout of it. But Tennessee Tornado kind of was like a rip-off version of it. Like, we're not trying to rag on the park by any means. But I just couldn't really stand afterwards because my center of balance was off and I felt like I was going to vomit because I was seeing spots.
It's also way too short. Aerodynamics should have made it. And the restraints are sketchy.
Yeah, like, I had a lot of room. Well, I think our thing is we're smaller. Like, I'm tall and she's smaller. So we don't fit well in the seats. There really aren't any unless they have like two spots or they come down and they're across the lap, not like the metal rod.
I think that it's not one of my favorite roller coasters ever. It's probably really low on the list, but it's still good to ride if you're here. But I wouldn't come here just for it.
It's not something I would come just for it, but it's something that I would ride if I was here all the time. But next we rode
Fire Express?
Yeah, Fire Express.
That was really good.
It's a great ride. Here comes the train.
The train, doo-doo-doo-doo.
Here comes the train. And so it was actually a really good ride for being a family coaster.
I loved it.
The theming was amazing. It had great drops and stuff.
Airtime.
Yeah, airtime. Excellent for a family coaster. It wasn't scary. Like, I don't really find coasters scary, but it's something
fun.
Yeah, it's something that isn't boring.
Yeah.
And so the queue again, we waited 20 minutes for it. Probably.
Yeah, about that.
And it didn't feel that long. One person asked us questions about a roller coaster here, and we laid all the facts we have practically ever learned on that poor family.
We've never even been here before.
Yes,
and we know everything.
And they were like, how do you know all this? And we're like, oh, we studied I've been studying because I was supposed to come here June, but I got sick. And so I was like, oh, I've just been studying for 6 months. No big deal. I've really been looking here for over a year, but I've only been like planning out my trip since June. And we decided to come here last minute because we have a long weekend. The train's everywhere. So, what else about it? It goes backwards.
Great.
Really fun.
We sat in back row.
Yes, we sat in back row, and we didn't even have to wait like extra time to get back row. And we have a clip of it to post after we finish talking about it. But it was a really good ride. So
don't let the kiddie coaster. It's not a kiddie, it's a family, but
yeah.
Don't let that fool you. I think it's way better than Tennessee Tornado.
Yes. And the theming is really good. Like, there's where they change you to going backwards, you go into like a shed type thing.
Don't go into the shed.
Everything they do in that shed is amazing. It's like you're getting blown backwards by a firework, and then they use fire and special effects. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's amazing theming. I think the rides here, all of them,
they have amazing theming, like, especially the queues.
Yeah, even though I'm not big on Tennessee Tornado, I can see what they were trying to do.
Yeah, and they had good theming because they had posters of like facts or twisted facts about tornadoes. And so that was really cool.
Yes.
And so we'll insert the clip from Fire Express right here. right now it's decorated for Christmas because it's the 7th that we're here. We came yesterday, so Friday, which was the 6th. And I have to say, for it being a Saturday, it's not crowded at all.
It is actually, we've gotten into everything within 20 minutes, I'd say. Right.
Yeah, it's like we've not had to wait long considering it's a Saturday at a really popular theme park. And so all the Christmas stuff is amazing. Like, as you can see, there's an ornament behind us, a giant ornament. And then there's a miniature Ferris wheel behind us decorated for Christmas. And just the whole park, like there are lights everywhere.
When it gets dark, we'll make sure to take some videos.
Yeah, we'll take some videos, and we're going to try and get some videos of the rides. And it's going to be really cool to be here at dark because this is our only day here. So we've been here since opening time, haven't we?
It was like
30
an hour after.
Yeah, it was 30 minutes. We got here right
30 minutes after opening.
Yeah, after opening. So we've been here for a while and it feels like time has flown. So I think it's something you could do in one day if you really wanted to and if you put the move on. But there's just so much that it'd be really cool to get to come back. Like they have a apple pie that's
$200
for 25 pounds of apple pie. We just saw it. We got to stop in to see it because there's like you can get a slice for I can't remember
$20.
$20 for a slice?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
it's $18.99.
Yeah, we're considering taxes and just rounding it up, and so it's about. Would you say
it's seriously like this thick?
Yeah, we'll show you because we're planning on getting a slice of it. And so we'll show you when we get it. If it's not good, I might be upset.
If it's not good, I'll eat it anyway.
We'll include a clip of me crying if it's bad.
Or a case of me crying because it's good.
Yeah. So either way, you might get a clip of us crying.
Yeah,
we don't know yet. Yeah, so what else do we have? We have a few rides left. What ride are we? Right now we're waiting to eat. But we're eating at the Front Porch Cafe, hopefully, if they can get us seated.
Do they have a kids menu?
Yeah, I traveled with a 14-year-old kid.
I like the kids menu.
We don't eat much. That is our problem.
The thing is, I say I don't eat much, but then I get so hungry.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do eat a lot, but most of the time I just don't. I don't understand.
Most of the time it's like, I'm so hungry, and then you eat, and then we take 2 bites and we're like, oh, I'm not so hungry anymore.
Like, my stomach is growling, but I know when I go in there to eat, I'm going to take maybe 1 bite and be like, I'm good.
Yeah. I'm that way, but I'm not that way at the same time.
Me too, yeah, I don't understand. I guess it depends on the day.
Yeah, it all depends on the day that we're eating and how hungry we are and what we're eating.
Right now we're exercising.
Yes, we've walked probably like how many miles do you think we've walked?
Well, you could walk all around Kings Island like 50 million times and it'll only be 6 miles.
But we're walking up. This place has hills.
Everywhere.
Like, you're not going to take 5 steps without going up a hill. But it's nice because there are a lot of land, so it's not like you have to walk like a mile to get to another land.
Here's a tip though, all the roller coasters are in one area of the park.
Yeah. So I suggest going to Lightning Rod first because it closes a lot, and so if you don't get to ride it, it's really sad. So I think that's all we have to say right now.
Yes.
We'll insert any other clips we have right here.
It's dark.
It's now dark. We are probably going to stay till closing time. We ended up eating at the front, what's it called, the front porch?
Yes, it was.
The front porch. And I ended up getting beef and mashed potatoes. And you got...
I got the kids' chicken fingers and fries, and I only ate the chicken fingers. No.
And so now we've also ridden
Wild Eagle.
Yes. And then that was a lot of fun. We rode back row and we yelled "I love Gooby" on the drop, and then Gooby Doo at the girl who was yelling Scooby Doo.
That might have been what she thought we were saying.
Yeah, but we weren't.
We would never.
Then what else did we ride?
That was it.
The fire. What was that called?
We rode, blazing Blazing Fury.
Yes.
Again.
We rode that again. We rode front row because that was the shortest line apparently.
Sketchy.
And I almost fell out, like
too.
worse than the first time. But now we're looking at the Christmas lights and getting ready to go ride the mine train. So I'll show you what the lights look like. That's the giant Christmas tree, and then all the buildings are lit up. And there's just lights everywhere, and it's so pretty. And then there are these lights. And so now we're going to go ride the mine train. And what else do we have?
And Thunderhead and Drop Tower. Do you want to Drop Tower?
Yes, we're going to try all of those. So we'll see you on the flip side. Bye. Hey guys, welcome to the end of the video. So I'm sorry it's taken so long to film this. As you can see, Karsyn's not here. We were trying to meet up to film it, but we never really got the chance. And so here is the overcap of what we did that day, and I hope you enjoy. So I'm going to explain what we did that day in order and more in depth on what the roller coasters are, not just saying their names. And I'll insert any footage we have from them in between the clips now. And so I have notes to make sure I remember everything because I would clearly forget after the first thing I said. So I apologize if I'm looking down a lot. And so the first thing we rode was Lightning Rod. We rode that right after we got into the park. And Lightning Rod is a launched wooden roller coaster. It's the fastest wooden roller coaster in the US or the world. I can't remember exactly. But it's manufactured by Rocky Mountain Construction, which is not as common as some manufacturers, but it's located in Jukebox Junction, which is the older themed part, which is really cool and really well themed. And when you walk through, all the roadways are basically paved and painted like a road would be, which was really cool because most theme parks don't go to that length to decorate, and so it's just an extra added touch. And so I have footage from that one, I know for sure, so I'll insert that right here. So the next ride we rode was the Barnstormer, which is a scream and swing kind of ride. It has two cars. It seats 16 people in total between both cars, and it swings forward then back, and it's through a barn. It is manufactured by S&S Worldwide, and it's located in Owens Farms. It was a really cool ride. One of the girls on the ride before us passed out, and I watched her pass out, which was kind of scary because I had really never seen that happen before, so it was really weird. The third ride that we rode was Blazing Fury, which from what I can tell when I looked it up, it's built in-house, which is pretty cool. It's built and designed in-house. And it's an indoor coaster with dark ride elements, which is an interesting twist. And it was a lot of fun. The seatbelts aren't very secure, but it was fun. Almost fell out. The fourth ride that we rode was Tennessee Tornado, which is manufactured by Aerodynamics. And it is a multi-loop coaster, which was pretty cool. It wasn't my favorite coaster. The only really good part, in my opinion, was the tunnel, which was really cool because there aren't many rides that have that. The fifth ride that we rode was Fire Chaser Express, which I'm sorry if I butcher this name, but it's manufactured by Gerschlauer. I really hope I said that right. And it is a family coaster with 2 launches, and it also has a section where it goes backwards, which is really cool for a family coaster because when most people hear family coaster, they're like, oh, it's a kiddie coaster, it's not going to be cool. This was
a pretty long coaster, and it's amazing design and layout. And it is located in Wilderness Pass. The next thing we did was we ate at the front porch. Really good food. Like, really good. We walked back to the front of the park to get there because really all of the restaurants are up front, but it was worth walking up front and we didn't have to wait long at all. The next thing we did was we rode Blazing Fury again while we waited for my dad got a sign, and so we rode that while he was going back to get it, so it was fun. And the next thing we rode, this was our 6th new ride, was Wild Eagle, which is manufactured by, I apologize again if I butcher this name, Bulgar and Malbrin. I butchered that. I'm really sorry to anyone who watches this. Which is a wing coaster located in Wilderness Pass. Also, it's not that great of a coaster either. It wasn't my favorite coaster, but it was pretty good. Sadly, the best part was the end where you go around the corner, and the first drop was good, but the rest was just really slow, which is weird because usually a winged coaster is fast, but it's pretty good, I will say. It wouldn't be, if I had to pick one coaster there, it definitely wouldn't be Wild Eagle, I'm sorry. Next, we were supposed to go ride Mystery Mines, but people got stuck on it while we were in line, and so we had to get out of line and go do something else. So the 7th ride, we rode Lumberjack Lifts, which is where you have 2 seats, and then there's a rope in the middle, and you pull yourself up, and then as you let go, it brings the cart back down. And so I will insert footage right here of that. And so it's really cool because it may not be that tall, but you get to see a view of the park, and it spins while you're on it, so you get to see all different aspects. And so the 8th ride was Thunderhead, which we rode 3 times, and it is manufactured by Great Coaster International, and it's a wooden coaster. It was really good. Like, it was in my top picks of the rides there. It was fast. My only complaint would be the camera, because the camera basically blinds you, and if you have epilepsy triggered by flashing lights, that very well might cause a seizure because it's bright and flashes multiple times. So if you have epilepsy, I'd keep that in mind. And the 9th ride we rode was finally Mystery Mines because it opened back up. Ah, Mystery Mines. My favorite ride. Karsyn was very disappointed. I don't know why, because it was a great ride. But it is manufactured also by Gerschlar. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, but we need Gerschlars at Kings Island. So, just an FYI, if you're watching this and you know how to guess a Gerschlar. And so it is a Eurofighter roller coaster. It was really good. Like, the lift hills and drops that are vertical, that's really cool. And in one part, you're going up and it's like there's a tornado and they use fire and a screen. That was really smart. And so it seats 8 people, 4 in the front and 4 in the back. It's just 2 rows. And the way they built it, they tip different ways at certain points in the ride, which is really cool to see if you're in the back row. We were in the back row. And the only thing that I didn't like were when you first went out, it like shook you really fast, and I hit my head on the side, which hurt, but like that's expected. not complaining, but it just wasn't my favorite. That's the only complaint I could come up with. And so next we went back to the front of the park right before the parade started, and we rode Lightning Rod 3 times. Once in the middle, once in the very front car, and once in the very back car. And I love that ride. Like, I just can't get enough of that ride. It's so fast. It's it's in the 70 miles per hour zone, which is pretty fast for a wooden coaster. And there's some parts that you're like, I didn't remember this flipped, and they're like, oh wait, it didn't, because you turned so far up on your side. And it's a really good ride, and I didn't get tired of it after 3 times of riding it. And so I wish I could go ride it a million more times, but it was really cool that night and we were freezing after that. So then we went and ate at, I can't remember the name of the diner, but it was their 50s diner right across the street from that. I got 2 things of french fries because I love me some potatoes, and Karsyn and I were about to like pass out from our blood pressure being so low, so we needed to get salt. So we got potatoes. And then we went to the bakery, saw the $200 apple pie. Doesn't look that good. I will be filling in for Karsyn on talking about it because she got a slice and I didn't get any. I got 2 cupcakes though. So the cupcakes were okay. Everything's just really big in there, and it's just an overwhelming size of stuff, and so it's just too much that I think you would want to eat. Like, I don't think anyone wants to eat as much portions as they have. And so when she got the pie, this was what she said. She said she's no Gordon Ramsay, but it had too much butter and not enough cinnamon. So she said the McDonald's apple pies are better than the Dollywood $20 huge slice of apple pie. We got a picture of the pie, so we'll insert that here. A slice should feed 4 people, and it's about like that. The slice is about that wide. The way the box is, they have like a normal cake box. It was pushing up on the lid because it's so big. It didn't look anything special, I will tell you that. I think the only reason it's so expensive is because it's so big and it's Dollywood branding, if that makes sense. So like, I don't think it's worth $20 for a piece if you go there very often. So I'll just say that. And so then after that, we sadly had to leave. I didn't want to, but I think it was actually closing time. We stayed till closing time. We were there 30 minutes after opening, so we were there practically all day. And so the Christmas lights were so pretty. I've never seen a park with as beautiful Christmas lights as they had, which was really cool because they just don't brand it to them really. They just do Christmas, which is nice because it's not like, oh, you're seeing this branded content everywhere and you get annoyed. Like, if you're going for Christmas lights, it's worth it. I'll say that. And so I really hoped you enjoyed our video if you made it this far. I'm really sorry it's just been me at closing and we were probably very annoying during the video and awkward. I don't know how to fill time, so I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you. See you next time.